Hello and welcome to Sightseeing episode 6. It's a new year, happy 2022, and we are reviving this series with episode 6 for you to talk about signposting. Signposting, especially in Dark Souls, and especially at the place where everything begins, at the Firelink Shrine. This is the area where you're landing directly after the tutorial in the Undead Asylum. And these are the first views you will have of the main game. A caveat, this is New Game Plus, so it won't be a problem for me to fight against the enemies in this area, so I can explain better the different parts of the Firelink Shrine without dying all the time. We awake at the bonfire, and the first we see is this round place, this round plaza with the tree. Seems to be quite a big tree. No, that's another tree, isn't it? I don't know. And a person. And that's our first person of interest. The first intuition of, I suppose, every player will be to walk up to this guy and talk to him. And that's not a bad idea. He will tell you some important things about the game, but let's see together.
What do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually two bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
So, he is something like a quest giver, and that's quite unusual for Dark Souls. He tells us that everything is futile. Okay, that's a very big Dark Souls vibe, but what's more important is he tells us about two bells that we have to ring. One below and one above. And that's our first clue, so we can see there's something below and there's something above. The first thing you can see here is you can go below and you can go above. Here are stairs, and that's the first sign what to do now. There are these two ways of direction we get. And the first thing I was thinking when I first played Dark Souls is what way will be the easier way? Because Dark Souls is famous about its difficulty. So I thought going down in the dungeons might be a bad decision. Let's go up. So I chose these steps here. And then you see the well and a message. Try jumping. That's an interesting method. And our first humanity we can collect here. And I suppose this humanity is thought of a sign for us to go up here and maybe go where we should go between this wall and the tree. And that's the quote-unquote correct way to start the game. But I think the steps here, the steps are guiding me into the wrong direction. And that is what I did. That is why I was so frustrated about my first game of Dark Souls, because I did not even see this path. So what I did in my first game was go upstairs, like the guy said, and then I get the confirmation that this is the right way right away, because there's another guy. And placing the other guy here tells me, yes, you've done it right. This is correct. Let's see the message. Gesture. Okay. So naturally, I talk to the other guy.
I believe we are not acquainted. I am.
No, we are not acquainted.
Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
So he's quite dismissive. So I am too. The next thing this game is signposting is, hey, hello, I am a Zelda game. Let's destroy all these nice vases, but nothing but dust. I don't know if this is a lesson to tell us this is futile, you don't have to do it, because you don't have to do it in the game. The only interesting things are chests, and we will come to that. So naturally, you are going up, because that's what the game told you. Go up, 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 and up, up, and yeah, okay, that's cool. I get another soul of a lost undead going up, and I can't go up here anymore, but there's this tower, and that's promising. There's even another staircase, so the bell must be there anywhere, mustn't it? And yeah, that's the point. It isn't. And I think that's the most important flaw, game design flaw in the whole of Dark Souls. And maybe one of the problems why many players play the tutorial, have heard that Dark Souls is so hard, and stop. Not here, but in the next scene, because this is curious. Here, there are two holes, and you can't see down. And I took a leap of faith, not phase. I took a leap of faith and went down there, because I have a guiding light. That's interesting in Dark Souls, and it's interesting that Hollow Knight did something similar. You have a light with you. I don't know where it comes from, but even the darkest scenes, except in the tomb area, let you see where you are. It's like a torch that you carry around everywhere. So I went down here because it was the only plausible way for me. And then I saw the chest. And this is the third time that the game confirms, yeah, you've done something right for me. Especially because there are 3 chests. And yeah, you get your first red eye orb, your first inventory items. A new weapon, a talisman. And at this point, and a homeward bone, or 6 homeward bones. At this point, I don't even know what these things do and why I should care about them. So, there is another chest to guide me through this small entrance. And I get a nice view seeing the tree of, is it of Blighttown? I'm not sure, but I suppose. And the graveyard. And so now I have discovered my first area, the graveyard. And that's fine, and that's great. There's a talisman. I don't know how to use it. And I have to take another leap of faith that this won't kill me, but I'm quite confident and go down there. And now the mayhem starts because there are the first enemies. And I'm quite new to combat, and don't be mistaken, because I have really good weapons, but even with these weapons I have to beat them more than once. These skeletons are near to impossible for new players who come down here. And what happens is that you have to flee because they are killing you. On one hand, it's possible that you die here and won't know where this area is, or you will flee. And you won't flee here because here are more skeletons, but you will flee up here because up is good. We learned this. Up is good. And up the stairs, I will show it to you like this because there are more skeletons here. And let's see what happens if I'm fleeing. Because in most of the game, and the game teaches you something here, in most of the games, when you are fleeing, it's okay. The enemies won't touch you if you go away. So I'm fleeing here and I feel quite safe because in every goddamn game, that's enough to escape these foes. But the skeletons, what they are doing, they are following me here. And I don't know that. I'm here and they are gone and I'm exploring because everything is fine again. And I have to go up, and surely this is the right way to go up and ring the bell. And yeah, another confirmation here is another soul that I can collect. Everything is fine. And there are the skeletons, and they want to kill me. Don't be mistaken, I have a very good weapon because it is New Game Plus. And maybe I tumble over this edge and ooh, there are even more skeletons and I want to go home and they are killing me like nothing. And you see this bar here. And so I'm dying on the steps. And I don't understand what even happened here. Because, well, yeah. So maybe I did something wrong and now I am exploring a little more. Here is the entrance where I went. So now I'm seeing there is not only one entrance, but 3 where I can go. So I try the next one. And this looks promising. Here was the staircase to nowhere, and I get another treasure. Well, treasure is always nice, but that was a dead end. So I go left here and something is glowing. I know what it is. These are my souls. That is where I fell down. And I'm seeing this really big enemy, but it's not an enemy. This bird took me here, and maybe I remember. And if I look very, very, if I squint, I could see the nest of the bird. I didn't do that. I did not see the nest of the bird here. So here I learned that even the slightest obstacles are too much. And what is very interesting about the game is I learned jumping very, very late in the game. But now I know how to jump, and I can't even jump through this. So, but I can walk into the water and see this temple. Oh, look, there's a treasure chest, but it is all already robbed. Never noticed this. So, let's go there. Because that was the way, wasn't it? The way up. And there's another soul, so this could be interesting. I'm back to the graveyard. And maybe I would not go back to the graveyard in this scenario, but when I died here first, and that happened to me, when I came here first, I am naturally going back to the graveyard because I want to collect my souls. And this is where the loop of doom starts. Well, in this game, that was controller magic. Let's collect this. The loop of the loop of doom starts because I'm going back, and there are the skeletons again, and they will kill me again. So I am going back to Firelink Shrine to be safe from the skeletons because they will kill me if I do that again. Is there a way out here? Does not seem to be, and this is another trap where I can get lost. Oh. The nice... yeah, sure. That was not dumb. That was Dark Souls. The nice thing about Dark Souls is it rewards you even if you have bad ideas, because everywhere is loot. So this is the thing that happened to me here. I died there, so I have to go back, collect my souls, and if it's very, very bad, and it was very bad on my first attempt, and I stopped the game here because I went to the graveyard for 3, 4, or 5 times, not knowing that the real game starts in another part. But we will see, and I don't want to be unfair, because there is another possibility that the player does not do the same stupid things I did, but choose another way. So, let's see. We are back to Firelink Shrine. And it was my free will to go there. I think the game design heavily suggests that this is the right door to go. We all know the 3 doors in the game shows where I have to choose which door is the best. This is the right way to go because it's going up, isn't it? It seems to be going up. So, but I can say, oh, I don't want that anymore, or I can say it in the first time. I will go down and do this bell. And we are going down and find another little plaza, little square, and there is the Fire Shrine, the Shrine Keeper, the Fire, what? I don't know how to call her. The Fire Keeper? What is she? Yeah. Well. And here I can fall off if I'm not very clever. And players should do something that is important in all Dark Souls game, and that is look. They should look, because all this stuff you can see in Dark Souls is real stuff. You can go there, but when this is your first Dark Souls game, why should you know? Why should you know that you can go there? Maybe because there are enemies, but I did not. And it's not very clear that I can go there from here. Maybe go all the way around and then go over the bridge. So, I am following the path down to ring the bell down below. And I come here and... oh! An elevator. That's interesting. So this is a very linear path for me to follow. There's a lever, I can't do anything with it. And this is spooky. But this is a nice, they pulled a nice naughty dog here. You can see all the level from here. Even, is this the exit back there? I suppose. You can see all the level, and it doesn't feel like this is the first level you should do, the first area you should do. So when I saw this, I immediately knew I won't do this first if I don't have to. And that's good. That's signposting. That's what the game is supposed to do, give you an impression where to go. Because if you make a game without any hand-holding and hints, and I praise Dark Souls for that, then you have to hint with the atmosphere, with the level design, with all the other stuff you have without talking. So I think this area, New Londo, is much better in telling you, don't go here. So here I learn again, always look back. Try to find every nook and cranny. Oh. And here are foes again. And this is quite a mixed message because they seem to be in pain and agony. Are they even foes? It's not really clear. Oh. This is going up again. This could be a little bit confusing, but the door is locked. And that's nice foreshadowing here. It's a little bit tricky because this tower is quite identical to the other tower and you can get lost a little bit. But you should not get lost. You should go there. And there you have a decision to make because it's not very clear if these are foes. And it was a quite interesting decision for me and telling about the game because everybody, except the NPCs, everybody is a foe. So I can kill these very harmless people or I don't. Can just walk. And they don't do anything if I don't kill them. But if I do, I learn a very strange thing. I can kill them very easily. And that is not because I'm equipped with good weapons now. I can even do it when I first play. And this is a mixed message because it tells me, okay, maybe it's the right way for me to go here because the enemies are so easy, much easier than the skeletons in the tomb area. So maybe it's the right way to go here. And well, this is saying be wary of the ghost. That's a good hint. Because doom awaits again. And I suppose these hints were telling me this is not the right way for me. Need curses is the most important hint here. Because you can only fight against the ghosts if you are consuming the right item. And here you get your first ghost enemy and you try to fight it, but you can't. And that's fair enough. That's fair because you can't turn around and escape. And that's what you should do if you start the game. So I suppose From Software did the right thing in introducing this area to us, because it is spooky. It is not the right way for beginners, but it's okay if you are an experienced player. I'm not very sure that it was, and you can loot a little bit here. I'm not very sure that it was a good idea to have this difficulty in one of the first areas. But yeah, well, if you decide that you want to have this difficulty, it's a good way to signpost and to tell that's not the way, that's not the path you should have taken. So we have one path that doesn't tell you it is the wrong one, and one path that does. So let's go to the third path. And I told you, and it's very sad, on my first attempt to tackle Dark Souls, I did not even see it or find it. And why? And that is an important lesson for game designing. I did not see it because this awful guy explicitly told me there are two objectives. One down, one up. And I was so primed that this means there are two paths, one up and one down, and that's it. So I never tried to find a third path. And when you look at the third path, yeah, it's going up. It's going up too, but it's here. So, and yeah, you can find it if you are looking here, if you are going here first, and then turn around 90 degrees, and there is a pathway here. And I think if you reach the bottom of these stairs, you have won, because you have seen where to go and where to start the game. But it does not feel easy, because there are 5 enemies, and they're quite aggressive. But, and I have to admit this, I forgot how to take Estus. Yeah, well, square. Okay. It's really nice that you can hear the bells sometimes here. I did not notice these, but that's nice. So, they are hard, but not that hard. So, you see quite quickly, you learn quite quickly that this is manageable. It's not easy, but it's manageable. And they are not that fast. If I trigger them, they are following me too, like the skeletons, but they are not that fast like the skeletons. And I can kill them much, much easier. So, I see that this is possible to do. And you see, here is the next one. And you see, here's some loot. And I can look back to the Firelink Shrine. That is very nice. And you see, you've been there. There are the vases I destroyed in the other run. And you see, you can go down there. That's really nice. So, I'm naturally going in here, and that's the right way. And I see another enemy type. Get some loot. go there. Oh no, it's blocked. Maybe a dead end. That's a nice thing to say, oh, sorry, yeah, you found this nice way where you can go, where the enemies are manageable, but this is the end for you. And then give me an escape here. That's really nice, because you get frustrated about this door very early and you want to open it. And you will remember that there was a door, and you will be very, very glad when a couple of hours later you are able to open it. And this feels like a real accomplishment. So you're going the only way that is possible here, and then you get a prompt at the end of the stairs. Hello, this is the Undead Burg. You managed to start the game for real. So let's get killed to start over at Firelink Shrine. That is the introduction to the main game of Dark Souls, and it's quite nice that you can go where you want. But I think it is really, really flawed, the beginning, because the different ways are not signposted very good. Even the possibility to go down here, if you're looking straight, it looks like there are only windows and the wall, and there is not even a way down. And it would be okay here because the game doesn't want you to go down here. It's okay if you see this staircase later in the game. But putting this arc here so prominently is the wrong way. What really works, and I will show you, this is this part, because here, after going through here, you see you have 1, 2, 3 options. That would be really great if you use this part to show you the 3 options: go down, go to the skeletons, go up. But this doesn't happen. And yeah, well, it might be an uncommon or weird theory, but I suppose many players who stop Dark Souls right away after the tutorial run into the graveyard trap and won't even see that you have to go to the Undead Burg, and that's a pity and that's a shame. So I would structure this area a little bit different. And it is really nice when you come back later, how these connections work to the areas, to the different areas. That's totally fine, but yeah, I would have loved to see another solution. The most simple thing would have been to put an NPC here and not here, because even if you're going here, you don't especially see the stairs. But putting something here, or maybe just loot. Make a loot trail here. You have a loot at the well, and if you would see, yeah, that's very easy, a very easy solution. You see the loot here, and what happened? Where am I? You see the loot here, you're going, collecting the loot here, and there's another soul or something here, and now you found the stairs. Easy. So, thank you for having a little walk with me. Sightseeing is a series where I pick scenes from games and talk about the game design. there are scenes that I really like, that I want to show off. I hope this was something to learn here. I wish you a happy new year and see you again. Subscribe, like. Bye-bye.